Recently read a quote attributed to Eleanor Roosevelt, which says, "Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people." Now, Socrates has a similar quote using the words strong, average, and weak minds. But really, what does this quote suggest? This quote suggests that the quality of a person's thinking is reflected in the type of topics they engage with. What do you think? In this episode, I'm going to share with you a few of my thoughts that I had when I read this quote, and I'm going to describe what I think it means and share some examples and visuals to go with them. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are as well, so leave a comment when you can. So let's start with small minds discuss people. What does this suggest? People with small minds focus primarily on others. They are seen as being less focused on meaningful or constructive topics. By focusing on others, it can be seen as a distraction that keeps them from developing their own thoughts. When I think of small minds, I think of an adolescent brain. I see an adolescent brain as immature. It's still developing, still trying to figure things out. It's really all about them, me, myself, and I. Small developing minds have difficulty thinking for themselves. They tend to look to others for direction, what they should do, what they should wear, what they should do, whatever. They tend to follow someone else's lead. People with small or adolescent minds are very reactive. They don't think before they act. They are emotionally volatile. Things can set them off just really rapidly, and a stream of emotions can come out without warning. They will make a mountain out of a molehill. Because they are focused on others, people with small minds or adolescent brains often worry about what other people think. They feel the need to fit in, look right, have or be in the latest fashion trends, or have the right things. They also tend to gossip. The majority of their conversations are about other people. They have to be in the know about what others are doing, but it's really all hearsay, just talk that speculates what's going on or happening with others without ever knowing the truth, the facts, or talking to the person themselves. People with small minds tend to criticize and judge others for doing things they don't have the guts to do. They will sit in the stands or sit on the sidelines and criticize and judge the players or the refs or whoever else out there, but they won't dare to volunteer to ref or get on the court or the field and perform in front of others. Small-minded people like to be on social media to see what others are doing, to get the latest news on people. And really, it's about comparing. Are they quote unquote the popular ones or not? If they post on social media, they are highly motivated about how many likes they get or how many friends or followers they have. They're more likely to post or send hurtful statements online out of emotional reaction on how they were hurt, but not thinking about how it'll affect others or even themselves in the long run. And so when I think about small minds, I like to put a visual to it. So if small minds were living quarters, I envision it to be a cave, dark and secluded with a limited view. They think they know what the world is about, but yet they're not out exploring the world. They're not checking the facts. They're not controlling their emotions. They are just content living in their little dark hole, not knowing really what the world is about or really who they are. So let's talk about average minds. Average minds discuss events. What does this mean? A person with an average mind may talk more about current events or the happenings of the world without necessarily diving deeper into the causes or the implications. It's really about surface level talk. So when I think of average minds, I really think about the majority of people. Average minds are focused on daily living. They are concerned about what they're doing, where they're going, yeah, going to work, social events, recreation activities, vacations, kids' activities, meetings, you name it. Their calendars rule their life. It's always full of activities and things to do. Average-minded people are busy. They're busy checking things off their never-ending to-do list. They are present focused. They're focused on surviving or getting through the day or the week. Their priorities are really limited to their family, friends, and community groups. They're just really small. The majority of people are living out a daily grind. Most days are a repeat of the day before. Get up, get ready, take the kids to school if you have them, go to work, come home, eat supper, do some household chores, watch TV, go to bed. Same old routine, day in and day out. What about relationships with average-minded people? Well, relationships are mostly superficial. Conversations with others go something like, how are you doing? Fine. How's it going? Busy. What's been going on? Work, kids' activities, the stuff. There's really little desire or time for a deeper conversation. It's just about superficial things, the events that are going on in the daily lives. Statements that are often heard or made by average minds. I have no time. I have just so many things going on. I wish I could do that, but I don't have time. I'm just trying to get through the day or this week. I can't think that far ahead. So, when the focus is just on events, how are memories formed? Memories are formed for what is going on at the time or what you did, not necessarily about the experience that you had or how you felt about it. It's more just a recollection of the historical events in your life. And I'm guilty of this. Like, I often refer to, oh, yeah, my mother-in-law passed away about 6 weeks before one of my girls were born. My father-in-law passed away 6 weeks after my son was born. Well, we went to the zoo and the water park for my daughter's birthday when she was younger. Oh, we had a vacation with my siblings and my parents for their 50th wedding anniversary. That was the only time we ever had vacation together as extended family. So, what does that mean for a living quarter? Like, if an average mind, what kind of, we're a living quarter, what would it be? Well, I envision it to be a house in the suburbs that all you see when you pull up to it is a three-car garage. It's about always going somewhere and doing something. How many times the garage door goes up and down with no time to relax and get to know the neighbors. So, what about great minds? Great minds discuss ideas. What does this mean? A person with a great mind is curious and forward thinking. They tend to focus more on big concepts, innovations, and possibilities. They think about how things can improve or evolve. So when I think of those that discuss ideas, I think of people who are visionaries, dreamers, philosophers, and leaders. The greatest innovations, quotes, and social change have come from people with great minds. They see the bigger picture. They see where the bigger impact can be made. It's the people from history that we continue to learn about and from today. Big thinkers, great minds, they take time to think about expansive topics that impact many people. They take action. They are the doers. They just don't think, they take action. They are the change makers in the world. Great minds are willing to take risks, accept criticism, think outside the box, and just be a little different. Life has a deeper meaning and purpose for people with greater minds. There is just more to life than daily survival. People who are leaders or visionaries take time to quiet their mind. They journal, they reflect on their thoughts and their feelings, and they wonder and they're what they're doing and how they can make a bigger impact. They ask themselves questions and ask others questions. They want to get better. They want to understand at a deeper level. They are lifelong learners. They love to read books. They take courses. They want to expand their mind. Great-minded people love personal development. They love learning from different perspectives, different people, different cultures about various topics. They love learning about themselves and about others and how to work with different types of people. They're curious about the world around them and how to make it better. People with great minds are the leaders in our communities, our schools, our businesses, who are always looking and learning for ways to make improvements. They're future focused. They see a better outcome and work towards making it happen. Everyone can think of ideas and ways to make their life better. It's about focusing on your future, envisioning the person you want to be, and coming up with ways to make that happen. So if great minds were living quarters, I envision it as a house on a hill or a mountaintop with an expansive view, lots and lots of windows on all sides, and a wraparound porch. One could stand on all sides and get a different perspective to see everything around them. There is space there to reflect and ponder what is and what could be. We all move between these different mindsets, small, average, and great, at various points in our lives and sometimes even daily. Can you recall a time when you were just caught up in some drama or gossip? Or perhaps when you were stuck in a cycle of daily tasks without really reflecting on the bigger picture? And on the flip side, when have you taken a moment to think about your future? Dream big and consider how you can make a positive impact. I encourage you to take a step back and think about how you can challenge yourself to move beyond the immediate. Think about how you can focus more on big ideas and deep questions. By expanding your mind to embrace a more profound discussions, you will unlock a life with greater purpose and fulfillment, one that not only enriches your own experience, but also allows you to make a positive impact on the world around you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed times when you've shifted from a small, average, or great mindset? What strategies do you use to stretch your thinking and embrace bigger ideas? Just leave me a comment, message me. Let's continue the conversation.